Hello and welcome to What If It's Cool, the show where we talk about anything and everything that is cool in the world today. I am the immortal Daniel Porco, and today I am talking about AEW's All Out event, and this is going to be a short review / prediction episode, so let's get to it. I'm just going to go through the matches that are listed on Wikipedia. So I know one match was cancelled, which was Andrade El Idolo versus Pac, and it's just because of a transport issue, I think, which sucks because I really want to see that match, but unfortunately it is what it is. So hopefully they get that match sometime down the line, maybe even on Dynamite or even on Rampage, hopefully. So the first match that's actually listed on Wikipedia is the Best Friends with Jurassic Express versus the Hardy Family Office. Now, personally, I'm not a big fan of this feud. I'm pretty much over it. I think it's run its course. But I'm going to give the win to the Hardy Family Office simply because I think there's going to be some tension between Private Party and Matt Hardy. How far that's going to go in the future, I don't know. Hopefully it's going to be soon. I just feel that the character-wise, that's where the storyline is going to go. But who knows? But that's where I sort of see that part of it. The only reason why I'm giving it to the Hardy Family Office is I think what they're going to be trying to do later on with Best Friends is have a feud with Jurassic Express, and I think that will be a more entertaining feud. Two different styles. Obviously, with Orange Cassidy being, the character that he is, it'd be very interesting to see him go against, say, Luchasaurus, even Jungle Boy, even Marco Stunt. I reckon he can have a great match with everyone, and having Wheeler in the mix as well, I think he's going to be a big star as well. The second match is the 21 Women Casino Battle Royale, and I'll just list off who's in the Battle Royale. This is not in the order, it's just what says on Wikipedia, okay? So we have Nyla Rose, Thunder Rosa, The Bunny, Big Squall, Julia Hart, Ty Conti, Diamante, Penelope Ford, Red Velvet, Hikaru Shida, Emi Sakura, Jade Cargill, Kira Hogan, Abaddon, Layla Hirsch, Kylan King, Rebel, Jamie Hayter, Anna Jay, Rio, and Sky Blue. Now, I think this is a real wild card, and whenever they have these battle royals, it's always a wild card that's sort of got to put a spanner in the works. But I honestly think Jade Cargill has got this. I think what they're doing, building her up, and what they're doing with her character is this would be fitting if she won. If she doesn't, my backup would be Layla Hirsch, simply because of what she did last week at Empower. I think the world's going to notice how great of a talent she is, and I think this will be the platform for either of these two women, and I'm really hoping that this match delivers, even though it's on the pre-show. I think the Battle Royals are always interesting to watch, and this is going to be a really good one because the amount of talent that's in here. I mean, you got Thunder Rosa, you got Shida, Julia Hart, Big Squall, just to name a few. I'm a fan of everyone that's in this Battle Royale, and I'm really excited to see what's going to happen tomorrow. Next up, we have the John Moxley versus, I hope I pronounced this right, Satoshi Kojima. Now, I don't know about Kojima. I've not seen any of his matches. I don't really know anything about him. I think what they're doing at the moment is trying to set up maybe something big for John with New Japan. What that is, I have no idea. Maybe it's a IWGP championship run. I don't know. I personally don't know. But I think that's what they're going to be doing. So maybe the next couple of pay-per-views, or even just things he does on Dynamite or in Rampage, he might be facing a whole bunch of people from New Japan. Now, there is a big event happening, and I think it's bound for growth for Impact Wrestling, where AEW, New Japan, NWA, and obviously Impact are going to be doing something together, and I think that's what this is going to be leading to. So this one, I don't know. I don't know how the match is going to go. I just reckon Moxley's going to win. The fourth match we got is Paul White versus QT Marshall. Personally, this one I'm going to go with QT Marshall. Nothing against Paul White, because I love the guy, always have. I just reckon with what they're trying to do with QT is going to be setting him up for something big. Obviously, it's not Paul White. But I think it's going to be interference or some kind of distraction or disqualification. I don't know what it's going to be, because obviously I'm not on a booking team. But that's where I see this going. I don't think he's going to win clean. Paul White, obviously phenomenal, but it's been nearly 2 years since we've seen him in a ring. So it's going to be very interesting to see, if there's any ring rust or there's going to be any tension in the ring for him. Me personally, having been a fan of his since, I think it was 95, 96 when I first saw him in WCW as a Giant, I'm very excited to see this, and I have no doubt that he's going to deliver, because the guy is just absolutely phenomenal and one of the best big men in the history of wrestling. Match 5, we're going to be seeing Chris Jericho versus MJF. Now, logically, you're going to say, hey Dan, it's got to be Jericho, right? No, it's going to be MJF. And here's the reason why. Now, we all know that Jericho loves to take time off when he's touring with Fozzy and, doing his other things, and it is said that he is going to be touring, I think November. I know he's scheduled to come to Australia in March, I believe, and I believe this is going to be the time for him to get prepared to firstly either get into shape for his vocals for the sets and everything, or rehearsal. So I honestly reckon that's the factor, and this is what's going to be leading him to be taken off air. I know it's because he said he's going to be off wrestling, but I think he's going to be completely off the air, and that's why I'm going to give this one to MJF. Personally, really over this feud. It's been a year since we're doing it. It should have ended at the 5 Pillars of Jericho, or whatever it was called. That was very interesting. I was really hyped up for that, and then the fact that he lost, I think that was a missed opportunity for him to end this feud. But this is all out, so that this is probably going to be their best match that they're going to be done. So here's hoping it's going to be a great match, but it's definitely going to be MJF that wins. Alright, the 6th match that's advertised on Wikipedia is, and this is one I'm very, very excited for, even though it's only been, 2 weeks of prepping, Miro versus Eddie Kingston. Now, if you've listened to our podcast before and seen things that I've said on our Twitter, on our Facebook, I love Eddie Kingston. I think he is one of the most underrated wrestlers ever. And the fact that, and Eddie, if you're watching, please don't kill me. I mean no disrespect when I say this, but the guy has a dad bod. And the fact that he can wrestle the way he does and do those promos like he does. I don't know how much of his real life is into that character, but far out. This guy is legit badass. I've never had chills like this watching somebody, and I am so excited for this match. But I don't think he's going to win. I think it's going to go to Miro, but I think this is going to be a very long feud. And I'm really, really excited to see it. Because it's only been, 2 weeks of preparation, that's why I'm only giving this win to Miro. Now, like I said back on our New Year's Smash episode, the fact that AEW are now pulling the trigger on Miro and they're giving him this run as God's favourite champion, about friggin' time. Absolute about friggin' time. I am loving this new direction that they're doing with Miro. I was really over the whole Kip Sabian friendship thing. The best man just wasn't working for me. But this is really, really going the distance for me. And he's hitting home runs every time he's on the mic. And I've got to give it to Miro on this one. But mark my words, this is going to be a great feud. Eddie is always going to deliver. Miro is always going to deliver. I mean, remember back in WWE, Happy Wrist-Off Day. How can you not be over with that? It still messes me up thinking that WWE really dropped the ball on that one. Now, I'm not an anti-WWE fan. I'm just saying that really, they just dropped the ball. And Miro's going to win this one, and it's going to be a great match. This is my pick for being match of the night. I'm so excited for this match. So the next match we've got is the cage match between the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers. Now, another contender for being match of the night, but I still think it's going to be Miro and Eddie Kingston. But this one, whenever you have the Young Bucks and the Lucha Brothers together, like, does anyone remember the first All Out? Like, that ladder match they did there, far out. I think I've watched that more than 20 times, possibly even close to 50. And I always keep finding little nuggets in that match of how great it is. And this is going to be another contender. Now, this is going to be a bit tough to call. I'm going to give it to the Young Bucks only because I think with what they're doing with the Super Elite stable, they possibly could be doing something with the Bullet Club in New Japan. And the only way to sort of make it more legitimate and make it more believable, make it more interesting, is to have them keep the titles. Maybe win the tag titles in New Japan. Maybe we get the tag team titles from Impact as well, from the Good Brothers. I don't know, but that's how I'd see something like this going through. And the Lucha Brothers could be, unfortunately, a stepping stone to that. Not to say that it can't go to Lucha Brothers, but that's where I see this storyline going for the Super Elite. And like I said, this is probably going to be another match of the night contender. Match 8, we see the Doctor, Britt Baker versus Chris Stoutlander. Now, this is going to be a very, very interesting match. Now, if you listen to AEW Restricted, Tony Khan was saying how this is going to be a very, very difficult match for the Doctor. And to be honest, I have to agree with him, because you got Britt Baker, whose style is very, very different to Chris Stoutlander's. And what I mean by that is Chris has her own way of moving in the ring, and it's very unorthodox, while Britt is very, very straightforward and, very old school, and that's why I love about Britt Baker. This feud, personally, I see it still going to Britt, because I think Chris has the it factor to be a world champion. I just don't think her time is now. I think with what they're doing with Britt, they're setting up something. I really thought that she was going to make an appearance at Empower last week, and I thought there was going to be some kind of, like Diana Perazzo versus Camille versus, Dr. Britt Baker. That's what I thought was going to be the leading up, and they were going to announce another all-women's pay-per-view. It didn't happen, but that's where I see something happening, and that could be happening at Bound for Glory, and that's where I see this feud going. I think Chris Stoutlander will be, continue doing this feud with Britt. I just don't see her coming out the victor in this one. The last match we have is CM Punk versus Darby Allin. Now, we all know that CM Punk has not been in the ring for a very, very long time, and there's a very big chance he may have ring rust. But hey, this guy is the best in the world. Seriously, you can't have that moniker and not, be that. I personally think CM Punk has never stopped training. So it may not have been, wrestling training, but he has never stopped, going to the gym, never stopped learning mixed martial arts or something. So I don't think there's going to be any ring rust at all. And the fact that it's in his hometown in Chicago, there's no way AEW is going to let him lose in his hometown. And the buzz that's going to come out if he loses, though, there's going to be riots. So there's no way that's going to happen. I know in the past I've said I was never a fan of Darby Allin. I have really done a 180 on that. I really, really like Darby Allin now, and it's not because Sting is his manager or his mentor, but it's more the fact that I've done some more research. I've seen some of his indie stuff, and I gotta admit, this is the one thing that sort of helped me like him. It's actually watching him on Sammy Guevara's vlogs and just seeing how silly he can be. If you can make me laugh, like you're okay in my book, and he made me laugh when he was being dragged with a scooter, and I was like, yeah, I like this guy. But the thing is, it's going to be Punk on this one. Personally, I would love to see Darby win. I want him to continue this run that he's going, but it just doesn't seem the logical thing to do at this point. And now we have the main event. We have Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage. Yeah. I have been a Christian Cage fan probably since I first saw him in WWF, the WWF days. I just remember seeing him debut, and I thought, wow, this guy, just that look was great. The only incarnation of Christian I did not like was when he was, when he was teamed up with DDP. He was being the crybaby sort of thing. I didn't like that. I thought that was really stupid. But I've always liked him, and the fact that now he's in AEW and he's still kicking goals on that one, man, it's great. The thing is with this one, like I said with the cage match, the whole thing they're doing with the Super Elite, I just don't see Kenny losing, honestly. Kenny's on a hot streak right now. He's one of the hottest wrestlers, if not the hottest wrestler on the planet. And I just don't see that happening. But I'm going to throw a spanner in the works on this one. Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I just, I like reading all these little rumors like every other wrestling fan. But if Daniel Bryan, or Bryan Danielson, as he's better known, because that's how I know him first, if he has signed to AEW, this is how I see it. It'll be the end of the match. Christian's laid out. Some music is going to be played, and then Bryan is going to step out. That's how I see this ending. And I think this is going to be very interesting if that does happen. That's my predictions for that. And I reckon Kenny's just going to hit the ballpark again. I don't know if he's going to get back the Impact title though. I really hope he does, because I do like the fact that he has all the belts. So that's going to be very interesting. If he gets the IWPG title as well, that's just like bravo. So that's how I see that match going. And I really think, honestly, Bryan Danielson is going to appear at the end of All Out. So that's my predictions there. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please like, share, and subscribe to this video, and have those notifications. Please subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to also check out our podcast wherever you get your podcasts. And if you have your own predictions, make sure to comment in below and let us know how you see this event going on. And until next time, we'll catch you on next one. Peace.